Electric cars have changed the game, but in 2026, electric SUVs are rewriting the rules completely. This isn't just about plugging in and driving quietly anymore. It's about performance that punches your chest, technology that feels straight out of the future, and luxury that feels tailored just for you. And today, we're putting two of the most talked about premium electric SUVs head-to-head: the 2026 Mercedes GLC EV and the 2026 Porsche Macan EV. On one side, you've got the Mercedes GLC EV, a sleek, high-tech luxury SUV built to give you the smooth, silent, first-class experience Mercedes-Benz is famous for. Think cutting-edge screens, ambient lighting that feels like a private jet cabin, and comfort that makes long drives feel effortless. And on the other side, the Porsche Macan EV. This one isn't here just to look good, it's here to perform. With instant electric torque, razor-sharp handling, and that unmistakable Porsche driving DNA, the Macan EV promises to blur the line between SUV and sports car. So the real question is, do you choose comfort or character? Luxury cruising or adrenaline-charged driving? In this video, we're breaking down everything that matters: real-world range, charging speeds, performance numbers, interior tech, practicality, and which one truly gives you the best value in 2026. This is Parth, and you are watching MotorNation. Before we jump into today's video, here's something every true car enthusiast will love: our official website, MotorNationGroup.com. It's your go-to destination for everything automotive, from the latest car launches and industry news to detailed reviews, performance breakdowns, comparisons, buyer guides, and even insights into future tech shaping the next generation of vehicles. Join the MotorNation community, where passion meets performance and the drive never stops. Now, let's get into the video. Now that you're hooked, let's take a deeper look at what makes these two electric luxury SUVs so different and so exciting. The 2026 Mercedes GLC EV is Mercedes' vision of what a modern luxury SUV should feel like in an all-electric world. Built on an advanced, dedicated EV platform, it focuses heavily on ride comfort, cabin isolation, and seamless technology. This is the kind of SUV that's designed to glide through city traffic in near silence, soak up rough roads like they barely exist, and surround you with a calm, lounge-like interior. Mercedes has clearly engineered this car to feel effortless, from smooth power delivery to intelligent energy management that quietly works in the background to maximize driving range. On the other hand, the 2026 Porsche Macan EV represents a completely different mindset. This isn't just an SUV that happens to be electric, it's a Porsche first. It's built on the cutting-edge premium platform electric architecture, which means the chassis, battery, and motors are developed for high-performance driving. Porsche's focus here is precision, sharp steering, perfectly balanced weight distribution, and acceleration that feels more like a sports car than a traditional SUV. The Macan EV isn't just about efficiency and luxury. It's about emotional driving, instant throttle response, and that unmistakable Porsche road feel. What makes this matchup even more interesting is how similarly sized these SUVs are, yet how differently they're tuned. The GLC EV targets buyers who want a premium, calm, futuristic daily driver, an electric SUV that feels like a luxury lounge on wheels. Meanwhile, the Macan EV targets drivers who still want excitement, feedback, and a strong connection to the road, even in an electric vehicle. Now, this is where the real story unfolds, because electric SUVs aren't just about being quiet anymore. They're about how much power they can deliver, how far they can go, and how fast they can recharge. The 2026 Mercedes-Benz GLC EV is built on the all-new MB.EA electric platform, and it comes with two very different personalities depending on which version you choose. The rear-wheel drive GLC 300 Plus uses a single rear-mounted electrically excited synchronous motor that produces around 374 horsepower and approximately 406 pound-feet of torque. Power is delivered smoothly to the rear wheels, giving this version a very refined, luxury-focused driving character. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an estimated 5.4 seconds, which is more than quick enough for daily driving, while still feeling calm and controlled. Move up to the GLC 404 Matic, and things become far more aggressive. This version adds a second motor on the front axle, creating a true dual-motor all-wheel drive setup with a combined output of roughly 489 horsepower and around 590 pound-feet of torque. This instantly changes the way the SUV feels off the line, delivering much harder launches and significantly stronger mid-range pull. The 0 to 60 mile per hour sprint drops to an estimated 4.4 seconds, putting it firmly in performance SUV territory. Both versions use a 2-speed automatic transmission on the rear axle, which is rare in this class. The first gear is optimized for fast acceleration, while the second gear improves efficiency and stability at higher cruising speeds. Powering both versions is a large 94 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery using nickel-manganese cobalt chemistry. What makes this battery special is the 800-volt architecture, which allows the system to move more energy with less heat and lower electrical resistance. That means stronger sustained performance and much faster charging without stressing the battery. On the WLTP cycle, the GLC EV delivers a maximum estimated range of up to around 713 kilometers, which works out to roughly 440 miles in ideal test conditions. In real-world mixed driving, that translates to well over 350 miles of usable range for most drivers. Top speed is electronically limited to about 210 kilometers per hour or around 130 miles per hour. Charging is another major highlight. The GLC EV supports ultra-fast DC charging speeds of up to 330 kilowatts. That allows the battery to recharge from 10 to 80% in about 24 minutes on a compatible high-power charger. In just 10 minutes plugged in, it can add close to 300 kilometers or 186 miles of driving range. For home charging, the onboard AC charger supports up to 11 kilowatts, which means a full charge overnight typically takes between 8 and 10 hours. Now, when you move over to the 2026 Porsche Macan EV, you immediately feel the shift in philosophy. This one is built on the premium platform electric architecture, and it's tuned to feel far more aggressive and driver-focused. The base rear-wheel drive Macan EV uses a single permanently excited synchronous motor that produces roughly 355 horsepower and around 415 pound-feet of torque. Power goes to the rear wheels, giving it a more playful, balanced feel. This version accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 5.2 seconds, offering strong response without sacrificing efficiency. Step up to the Macan 4, and Porsche adds an additional motor at the front axle, creating an all-wheel drive system with a combined output of roughly 400 horsepower and approximately 479 pound-feet of torque. Traction improves dramatically, launches feel much harder, and passing power at highway speeds becomes far more immediate. The Macan 4 hits 60 miles per hour in roughly 4.9 to 5.2 seconds, depending on driving mode and conditions. At the top of the lineup sits the Macan Turbo, and this is where things get wild. With aggressive overboost enabled, the dual-motor system unleashes up to around 630 horsepower and an enormous 830 pound-feet of torque. This kind of output launches the Macan Turbo from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 3.1 seconds, giving it performance that rivals dedicated sports cars. Power delivery is brutally instant, and the acceleration feels continuous and explosive at any speed. All Macan EV variants are powered by a large 100 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack designed specifically for sustained performance driving. Porsche uses advanced hairpin copper windings in its motors to increase magnetic strength and reduce heat buildup, while silicon carbide inverters improve electrical efficiency and power delivery. Depending on the model and wheel configuration, WLTP driving range typically ranges between roughly 470 and 520 kilometers. balancing powerful performance with everyday usability. Charging is also seriously quick. The Macan EV supports DC fast charging at up to 270 kilowatts, allowing the battery to charge from 10 to 80% in around 21 minutes. For home and workplace charging, AC charging is supported at up to 11 kilowatts, giving a full charge time of roughly 10 hours overnight. Porsche uses a single-speed transmission for simplicity and weight savings, relying on its highly tuned motors to deliver seamless, uninterrupted acceleration. So in simple terms, the Mercedes-Benz GLC EV is engineered to deliver ultra-long range, whisper-quiet comfort, and class-leading charging speed. While the Porsche Macan EV is built to feel sharper, faster, and far more emotional every time you touch the throttle. Let's step inside these 2026 electric SUVs, because once you close the door, you'll see how differently they treat comfort, practicality, and digital life on the road. The GLC EV shows off clear benefits from its MB.EA electric architecture. Compared with the petrol GLC, the wheelbase is longer and the cabin packaging improved to give more space for everyone inside. Front and rear occupants get extra legroom compared with the conventional version, and rear headroom is improved thanks to efficient roof and floor layout under the EV platform, making the cabin feel more open and airy. In daily use, that means adults can sit comfortably both up front and in back, ideal for family commutes or long drives with passengers. When it comes to storage, Mercedes did not compromise. With seats up, the GLC EV offers about 570 liters of boot space, enough for daily groceries or luggage. Fold the rear seats down, and you unlock around 1,740 liters of storage. That's SUV-level cargo capacity, enough for big weekend luggage, furniture pieces, or long-haul travel gear. On top of that, there's a front storage compartment, a frunk, adding roughly 128 liters of extra space. Materials and comfort in the cabin follow a modern luxury recipe. Available seats with heating, ventilation, adjustable cushions, a suspension tuned for smoothness, air suspension is part of the package, and optional rear axle steering that helps the relatively long EV feel more agile than you'd expect. The cabin is silent too. Battery low-floor layout and EV insulation make it quieter than conventional SUVs, which adds to comfort, especially on long highway runs. On the digital front, Mercedes brings in the latest version of MBUX, an optional fully digital 39-inch display, integrated cockpit. The display setup combines a 10-inch driver instrumentation and central media/navigation of 14 inches, which functions into a seamless interface. EV-specific navigation predicts charging stops, shows battery conditioning status, and helps plan long trips without charging anxiety. Connectivity is top tier. Wireless smartphone integration, over-the-air updates, and a modern infotainment layer built for streaming, comfort control, and more. On top trims, there's a premium audio system and mood-setting ambient interior lighting, making the cabin feel more like a modern lounge than an SUV interior. So the GLC EV delivers a genuinely comfortable, spacious, and tech-savvy ride, ideal for those who value usability, calm, and versatility. Switch over to the Macan EV and the personality changes instantly. Porsche built this SUV with a performance SUV cabin in mind. Seating is lower and more planted. The center console and controls are driver-focused, and the seats themselves are sportier. Heavily bolstered, electrically adjustable, with heating and ventilation options. It's a cabin built for drivers who want feedback, focus, and control, not lounge softness. Rear passengers get usable space thanks to the flat EV floor, but the overall atmosphere remains tighter and more compact than the roomy Mercedes. Cargo space confirms that behind the rear seats, the Macan EV offers around 540 liters of boot volume. Plenty for everyday tasks, luggage, or weekend gear. Fold the rear seats, and usable storage expands to about 1,348 liters. The setup doesn't beat the GLC EV for sheer versatility, but for a performance-oriented SUV, it's solid and practical enough. Inside, tech carries Porsche's signature blend of minimalism and performance orientation. The driver gets a curved digital instrument display, combined with a central touchscreen for media, navigation, and EV functions. On higher trims, an optional passenger screen adds extra flexibility. The system supports wireless smartphone integration, detailed EV navigation and charging station mapping, and a high-fidelity audio package. Materials inside are premium and purposeful. You feel quality in switchgear feedback, upholstery, and the overall build finish. The cabin lacks some of the lounge SUV softness of the Mercedes, but feels taut, precise, and designed to remind you every moment that this is a Porsche. What this means in real life is clear. The GLC EV behaves like a refined, modern electric SUV built for comfort, space, and everyday luxury. Perfect for families, long-distance commuters, or anyone who values versatility and calm. The Macan EV behaves like a driver's electric sport SUV. Tighter cabin, more driver-centric layout, and enough utility to handle daily needs without compromising performance DNA. Two very different interiors built for two very different kinds of drivers, and both get some of the best attributes of modern EV SUVs right. Safety is never negotiable, especially when you're in the driver's seat of a high-end electric SUV. For the 2026 GLC EV and Macan EV, the battle isn't just about power and range. It's about how well each can protect you and your loved ones when things go wrong, or help prevent problems before they happen. Let's begin with the GLC EV. Mercedes has equipped it with a comprehensive suite of modern driver assist and protection systems, built into a body structure and EV chassis designed from the ground up with safety in mind. The GLC EV's new MB.EA platform uses a rigid frame and places the battery low in the floor, lowering center of gravity and improving stability, which by itself reduces rollover risk and enhances handling under emergency maneuvers. Complementing this, the GLC EV employs Mercedes MB.Drive system, which integrates up to 10 cameras, 5 radar units, and 12 ultrasonic sensors to feed a wide array of active safety and driver aid features. These include forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking, capable of detecting pedestrians and cyclists, lane keeping assist with lane centering, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and adaptive cruise control that can manage braking, acceleration, and steering under the right conditions. There's also a 360-degree surround view camera and parking assist to make tight urban maneuvers safer, useful when city driving or reversing out of parking spots. Inside, multiple airbags cover front, side, and curtain protection for all rows. The seatbelt system uses pre-tensioners and force limiters to reduce injury risk in a crash. The cabin structure, reinforced with high-strength steel and engineered crumple zones, is designed to absorb impact energy while protecting the passenger cell. In addition, Mercedes retains its PRESAFE logic. If sensors predict an imminent collision, the system can pre-tension belts, adjust seats, close windows, all to maximize occupant protection before the crash even happens. For long drives or heavy traffic, attention assist and driver alert monitoring keep you safer by warning you if fatigue or distraction creeps in. Moving to the Porsche Macan EV, the safety philosophy shifts a bit, but nothing here is half-baked. Porsche uses its PP electric architecture with battery pack mounted low and inside a reinforced underbody guard, which again lowers center of gravity and helps with stability and rollover resistance. That base structural integrity forms a solid foundation. On the active safety and assistance front, the 2026 Macan EV is well equipped. Standard features include automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. Adaptive cruise control with stop-and-go functionality is available, and optional upgrades expand driver aids. Most notably, a 360-degree surround view camera system with enhanced parking support, including features like automatic parking, train parking logic, and reversing assist to help maneuver in tight spots. For urban or crowded driving, front and rear parking sensors with automated parking assist functionality give extra peace of mind. Porsche also offers a modern digital key system for 2026. Owners can lock, unlock, and start the vehicle using a compatible smartphone or wearable, reducing reliance on a physical key and lowering the risk of traditional key theft. Under collision scenarios, the Macan EV uses a full complement of airbags, reinforced structural members around the passenger cell and battery housing, and advanced electronic stability systems, including ABS, traction control, and electronic brake force distribution. Combined, these systems aim to mitigate crash impact, maintain control in slippery or emergency conditions, and help maintain occupant safety and EV battery integrity. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 Mercedes-Benz GLC EV and Porsche Macan EV occupy overlapping segments of the premium electric SUV market, but each approaches it differently, reflecting brand positioning, technology, and performance focus. The GLC EV starts at around €71,000 for the base GLC 300+ rear-wheel drive model, giving buyers access to a fully electric luxury SUV with a well-balanced powertrain, modern MB.EA platform, and a high level of standard technology and driver assistance features. Opting for the dual-motor GLC 404matic pushes the price up to approximately €84,500, reflecting the addition of all-wheel drive, increased power output, and enhanced equipment like air suspension, larger wheels, premium interior finishes, and advanced infotainment features. At the top end of the spectrum, fully loaded models with optional packages, including the AMG line styling, upgraded hyperscreen display, premium sound systems, and advanced driver assistance packages, can approach or slightly exceed €90,000, giving buyers a combination of comfort, technology, and performance without stepping into the ultra-luxury bracket. The Porsche Macan EV, in contrast, begins in the region of €81,000 for the rear-wheel drive base model, positioning it slightly higher than the entry-level GLC EV. This model delivers strong performance with around 360 horsepower, dual-zone comfort features, and Porsche's high-quality interior finishes. Stepping up to the Macan 4AWD, buyers see a significant jump in power to roughly 400 horsepower and torque of around 650 Nm, with corresponding price increases bringing it into the mid-€90,000s. The Macan Turbo, with its overboost output exceeding 630 horsepower and torque over 1,100 Nm, high-end adaptive air suspension, rear axle steering, and the full suite of Porsche's infotainment and driver assistance systems, lands at well over €108,000, making it one of the most performance-oriented electric SUVs in the segment. In practical terms, the GLC EV caters to buyers seeking a blend of luxury, tech, and range at a competitive premium EV price, offering flexibility through multiple trims and packages. Porsche Macan EV, meanwhile, targets those willing to pay more for outright performance, dynamic driving experience, and the badge prestige that comes with Porsche engineering. The price difference also reflects the Macan EV's higher standard output, enhanced drivetrain options, and performance-oriented suspension and chassis technology. As we wrap up our deep dive into the 2026 Mercedes-Benz GLC EV and the Porsche Macan EV, it's clear that both of these electric SUVs bring something unique to the table. The GLC EV shines as a well-rounded luxury EV, offering spacious comfort, cutting-edge technology, and a refined driving experience at a price that's competitive in the premium segment. It's the SUV for those who want an electric vehicle that combines daily usability, high-tech convenience, and effortless elegance. The Porsche Macan EV, on the other hand, is all about performance and driver engagement. With blistering power, ultra-fast acceleration, and sport-focused dynamics, it's designed for those who crave the thrill of the road without compromising on EV efficiency or modern luxury. From its driver-centric cockpit to its advanced PPE architecture, the Macan EV brings Porsche's signature DNA into the electric era, demanding attention and delivering excitement at every turn. So, whether your priority is refined luxury and family-friendly versatility, or exhilarating performance and sporty sophistication, both of these 2026 EVs have the technology, safety, and range to deliver. Choosing between them comes down to what you value most in your driving experience: comfort and tech, or performance and adrenaline. That's our take on the 2026 Mercedes-Benz GLC EV versus the 2026 Porsche Macan EV. If you enjoyed this comparison, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth EV reviews, and let us know in the comments which of these two electric SUVs you take home first. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next MotorNation video.